Hello, you guys. Welcome to my channel. I'm Miley, and today's pick and image reading will be on what makes you so lovable. For this particular reading, I will be asking more than just what makes you so lovable. We will also be looking into things that you are already doing to love yourself that the universe wants you to continue, as well as ways in which you can love yourself more, because why just stop at what you are currently doing? I don't think that you should be given the bare minimum in life, even if the love is coming from yourself. So before we get into this reading, I would like for you all to know that you have free will to listen to the messages that I channel today through the cards, and I hope that regardless of what you choose, you will make your decision based on your own inner guidance. On the screen, you have the opportunity here to select which of the three piles with the hearts call to you the most, and you may select one or more piles if you choose to do so. Because this is a general reading, parts of the channeled messages may or may not resonate. So if it does not resonate, release and do not force it to resonate for whatever your life situation may be at the time you are seeing this video. Now that I have said all of that, if you need more time to determine which pile is meant for you, I will give you more time to meditate on that. And if you don't need any more time selecting the pile that has your name and energy written all over it, then your timestamp for your reading can be found in the description box below, and I'll see you at your selected pile. I hope you enjoy your reading. Hello, my pile number ones. Let's find out what makes you so lovable. So, for your first three cards that will answer the question, what qualities do you possess that make you so lovable? You have the Knight of Swords reversed, the Five of Wands reversed, and the Eight of Cups reversed. Something about your energy screams peacekeeper. You could be the peacekeeper in your family or your friend group or your love life. You don't rush into things, you take your time. I'm getting that you're willing to hear someone out, give them the floor to speak. You like to resolve conflicts, not create them. For some of you, you also believe in giving others second chances. With the Eight of Cups reversed, I'm hearing go back, returning. You may be sensitive to others and how they're feeling. You're able to see things from their perspective. You may have a tendency to be more forgiving than others. You have a gentle soul. Your energy feels very pure, like a child who loves their family unconditionally, no matter the pain and hurt the family may have caused this child. Your energy feels very soft. No matter the hardships you face in life, you don't let it break you or change you into something you're not. You're gentle but strong in that way. Some of you could be a little shy and quiet, but that's okay. The best way I could describe what makes you so lovable is that you give off Fluttershy energy from My Little Pony. She's very soft spoken and sensitive and loving and caring, and that is part of your charm. An extrovert may look at you and say, "Oh, that's my opposite, so I'm going to befriend them because we're so different from each other." I'm getting that opposites attract. You may attract those who are seemingly the opposite from you. I'm picking up that others who see you hanging out with your friend group or your lover, they may say that on the outside you guys don't go together, but if they were to see you interact with your friend group or your lover, they may change their minds and say that you guys act just alike. You might be quick to show your real personality to just anyone. It would take the right kind of person to get you to come out of your shell. Something else that I am picking up on, and this might not sound like a compliment, but what makes you so lovable is that you're easy to pick on or make fun of, in the same way that the older siblings will mess with the younger sibling because they're a little bit more naive and will fall for certain tricks, but they won't get in trouble for doing the things the older sibling convinced them to do. The parent might have a soft spot for the younger sibling and tell the older kids to leave them alone. It's like, "You're so cute that I can't stay mad at you, pal number one. I can't punish you in the same way I would punish your siblings." Some of you could actually be the youngest in your family, or some of you may get a little bit of favoritism treatment here and there from time to time, or you may have been a daddy's girl or a mama's boy growing up. You have this charm about you that would make someone not want to do you dirty because they recognize how much of a real authentic person you are, and you're someone who they would want to keep around for a long time because you're a trustworthy person. And if someone did do you dirty, you don't have to do anything to make them feel regret. If you had an ex-lover that did you dirty, they know that they were the ones who was wrong in the situation because you possess the energy of someone who wouldn't even hurt a fly. You have this sort of character or reputation that speaks for itself, to the point that others may try to come in and rescue you and defend and protect you before you get the chance to stand up for yourself. I'm hearing that you're like a little princess, pal number one. I'm also hearing that you're someone's princess as well. Something about you makes others want to shelter you and protect you and keep you from harm's way. From the Five of Wands, I'm picking up on some of you having a short fuse. It's like when someone's partner does things to make them mad because their partner thinks that they look really cute when they're mad. I'm so sorry, pal number one. It seems like people really like to push your buttons from time to time and pick on you or try to bully you in a sense, which isn't fun to be on the receiving end of. But I'm also getting that along with having a short fuse, some of you, pile number one, you might be really short in terms of height, and that might also be part of your appeal. Now, we are going to move on and answer the question, what is it that you are already doing to love yourself that the universe wants you to continue? And for your tarot cards for this question, you have the Three of Wands upright, the Emperor upright, and the Nine of Wands reversed. You are growing, you are trying to evolve, and you're attempting to explore different ways in which you can approach your growth. You could hear someone on social media give advice on something that resonates with you, and you use that message to shift your ways of thinking because it has given you insight into a perspective you never noticed until now, and you would like to adopt this particular way of thinking. From the Emperor card, I'm also getting that you are learning how to stand up tall and take charge. From the Nine of Wands, I'm picking up on this very meek energy, and it's like you want to develop into this Emperor card where people know not to mess with you. They don't look at you and say, I think I can pull the wool over pile number one's eyes. I think that I can trick pile one into getting what I want from them. I can manipulate them. You're doing everything you can to gain more confidence in yourself instead of saying, I can't do something. You're challenging yourself to say, I can do something. And the universe wants for you to keep that up. You're doing a great job. Some of you are further in your progress than others, but for those of you who are just starting this transformation process or are like 10 to 15 to 20% into this process, keep up the good work because you're on the right track. It may take some time to get to where you fully want to be, but as long as you keep taking opportunities to gain more confidence in yourself and learn how to stand firm in who you are and not let other people try to change you for their benefit, you'll do just fine. Don't back down from this growth. You may have moments where you want to run away and hide from a challenge, but it's important that you learn to build up the courage you need to get you to the person you desire to be. I'm picking up on the cowardly lion from The Wizard of Oz. I'm also hearing Courage the Cowardly Dog. I didn't really watch that show growing up, so I couldn't tell you anything about the character Courage, but maybe that resonated for one of you out there. But what I can say is that you are willing to try despite being afraid. You're willing to walk down this road even though you're unsure if you have it within you to achieve what you want to achieve. And I'm hearing that you'll never know unless you try. And that is what you're doing, pile number one. This is your way of loving yourself. Going through this process is a form of learning how to love yourself better by growing to improve the quality of your life. This growth or expansion that is happening within you will eventually pour into other aspects of your life. I'm hearing being treated with respect. The relationships you have with others will shift, whether it's with family, friends, romantic partners, co-workers, or anyone else. You're not going to let others walk all over you as they've done in the past. You're done with that. You're cutting it off and you're learning to let others know about this. I'm getting the visual of you learning a lesson in class and applying it to real life situations to let others know that you know more than what they think you know. You're learning to not doubt yourself as much. You're trusting your instinct. If someone tries to gaslight you, you're learning how to stand firm and trust the information that you already have. You're not letting others tell you who to be or how to think. You're learning to let yourself determine those things. You are no longer subscribed to putting yourself in compromising situations all because you let someone else take the lead in controlling where you should go. You're learning that you are capable of taking the lead when you know you can and trusting yourself more often than easily trusting others. Like you would in the past. So keep up the good work, pile number one. You're on the right track and you have the right mindset to get you to reach your goals. You just have to take action more in order to practice being the person you want to become. Finally, the last question for your reading will be what you can do to love yourself more. And this question is here to challenge you, essentially, to push you to notice other ways in which you can love yourself more than you haven't considered before. And to answer this question, I will start off by pulling from the Self-Care Wisdom Cards deck. And the card that came out for you was the Priorities card that says the quality of your life is determined by how you spend your time. Make sure your schedule reflects the life you want. So what are you entertaining, pile number one? What do you put a lot of time and energy into in your life that you should continue to put time and effort into or completely do away with? I'm seeing the energy being sucked out of you in different areas of your life, and you're looking things over and saying, we're not doing this anymore. I will not allow you to continue to do this to me anymore, and you're cutting something out of your life. I pulled more cards to tell me more about this oracle card, and the Nine of Wands reverse came back out of the deck. Along with the High Priestess reversed and the Six of Pentacles upright, you clearly have a generous heart, pile number one. You don't mind giving to others or pouring into others' cups if they ask you to pour into their cup. But I think that it's also important to remember that it's okay to prioritize your needs as well. I feel as though for some of you, you know when your energy is being depleted, and yet you still find it within you to give to others, even when you have nothing left to give. You're stressing yourself out when you don't need to. For some of you, you're pushing your emotions down until it's too late, and then you blow up on everyone because you've had enough. The priorities card is telling you that you don't need to wait until the last minute to communicate your needs. If you reorganize some things, you'll be able to see what you have in your inventory and make some orders on what needs to be restocked because it's running low. And reorganizing helps to ensure that you can see and become aware of what is low in stock before it completely runs out and it's too late and you start to explode on others. Don't be afraid to communicate boundaries if you need to, especially in the beginning. This will also help to ensure you are not depleting yourself and your energy as quickly as you are right now. This is one way to help ensure that your inventory stays full for a little bit longer. You are being asked to be more attuned with yourself and your needs. This is the only way you'll be able to identify what boundaries need to be in place for you to communicate them. Your life is precious to you, and you want the highest quality of living that you can obtain in this lifetime. And in order to obtain or maintain this high quality of living life, certain things need to be in place. You need to make yourself a priority. If there is something in your life that you have that you know you don't want to keep in your life, get rid of it to make space for the things that you do want. If it does not add value to your life, but instead depletes you of your value, get rid of it. Pile number one, you really are royalty. You are a princess, like I mentioned earlier in your reading, and you are also growing into the Emperor card position, and therefore you should not accept less than what you rightfully deserve. So don't sell yourself short. Relating to tarot, for right now, you are the energy of a page that is slowly but surely growing into the king. I'm getting the visual of the transition in The Lion King where you see Simba growing from a cub to a full lion. For right now, you may be a beginner at learning how to put yourself first at times, but eventually with time and practice, you will have fully mastered the ability to make yourself a priority and learn how to not overextend yourself to the point of exhaustion. This is a balancing act that you have to learn how to do, but you'll get the hang of it eventually. Just don't give up on yourself so easily, and learn from your past mistakes to help you identify what needs to change when it comes to your approach to people and different situations, so you can build that high quality life you rightfully deserve. And you'll do just fine, pal number one. And that is all that I have for you, pile number ones. You've reached the end of your reading. I hope that the messages within this pile resonated with you, and if you would like to, don't forget to like, comment, and or subscribe to follow when I next upload. And until then, I hope that you have a blessed and wonderfully divinely guided day. See you later. Hello, my pile number twos. Let's find out what makes you so lovable. So for your first three tarot cards that will answer the question, what qualities do you possess that make you so lovable? You have the Queen of Swords upright, the Nine of Swords upright, and the King of Cups reversed. Pile number two, you have a special kind of way of showing that you love and care for someone. You might not be the type to show your love through hugs and kisses and giving off this gentle kind of energy. You might show someone that you care about them through critiquing them or giving them advice. You would be the kind of friend that isn't afraid to be brutally honest. The things that you say might sound harsh on the surface, but if people would take the time to listen to the words that you're saying, it's all coming from a place of love. And the love that you give isn't the most digestible to some, but to those that get it, they appreciate it. The love that you give is tough love. And although people may stress you out and worry you and get on your nerves, they know that you still love them. They know that you still have their back. You have the energy of a parent who truly loves their children unconditionally, but you have your own quirky, unconventional method to parenting your children that might not make sense to some, but for your family and the personalities that your kids have, your method makes total sense. There is a method to your madness, and it takes a special group of people to truly understand you and how you like to operate. You can be very protective of the people and even animals that you love. You might even be the type to catch a bullet for these people and animals. You care deeply about your family, whether they're by blood or you connect with them on a soul level. You might carry a lot on your shoulders and won't express the hardships that you are faced with to people. Even if you are close with them, you don't want to burden others with your problems. You might have a tendency to take on others' problems, even if you don't have to, but you want to because you express your love through being there for others. Because even though you may struggle with showing love through like physical touch or maybe even positive affirmations, you hope that what's within your heart is expressed through or is expressed to your loved ones very clearly through your actions, acts of service. You may have a lot on your plate, but you won't let that stop you from making time and showing up for your loved ones when they need you. If you lived some distance away from family or friends, I'm hearing you say, I'm only a phone call away. You would catch the earliest flight if you really wanted to be reunited with your loved ones. You're always there for others. Some of you may enjoy your solitude. You may be an introvert, and that's what makes you so lovable. Another tarot card that came out for you was the Hierophant upright, and I'm picking up that you're wise beyond your years, pal number 2. You always give the best advice at the right time. People can trust your guidance because you know how to be real and honest with people even when they don't want you to be. You won't shy away from the truth, and to be able to be this way is a blessing. It's not an easy path to walk down, but you have the ability to reach those who are receptive to the things you have to say. You are a blessing to those who are willing and strong enough to face the truth that you have to share. Some of you could be a teacher, a coach, or even a grandparent who has lived their life and has stories and wisdom to share with the younger generation. And not only can you speak to others, pal number 2, but you also have a good listening ear as well. You're also a problem solver. That's part of what makes you so lovable, and this could be why you have a tendency to take on others' problems. You can clearly see the path that needs to be taken to solve any issues people have. The frustrating part is that people have free will and can choose to not go down that path, even if you've already solved the problem for them. But in those cases, you just have to respect others and the choices that they make. There's nothing you can do about it. You've already done your part, and that's all that you can do. It's what you're best at, showing up for others, and that's part of what adds to your charm and makes you so lovable. Now we are going to move on and answer the next question, which is, what is it that you are already doing to love yourself that the universe wants you to continue? And for your tarot cards for this question, you have the 2 of Pentacles upright, the 2 of Wands reversed, and the 5 of Pentacles upright. You don't have to give up on yourself. You have faith that you'll make it through hard times. You always manage to make it through. I'm hearing by the grace of God. So some of you may be very religious or spiritually connected. That makes sense because you did have the Hierophant card earlier in your reading. You may have wisdom because you seek it from higher power. Not only are you willing to be the teacher, but also the student. So the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in, wants for you to continue your practice and getting closer to them and forming an amazing bond with them. From the Two of Wands, I'm getting that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. And so some of you may be getting into practicing gratitude and being thankful for what you have, learning to not be envious of what others have that you don't, because on the outside everything may seem perfect, but behind closed doors things are different. You are able to live in your truth and be open and honest with others, while other people may struggle to live life in that way, that in the same way that you live it. You are unapologetically yourself and don't mind sharing who you are with others. You would rather be you and stay where you are in your lane, and then get into the mess that others tend to find themselves in. I'm hearing someone say, thank God I don't have those problems, because it could always be worse. Now, at the same time, of course, you want more out of life. Who doesn't? But you know how to work with what you are being given, and you are strong enough to persevere through the trials and tribulations. You're learning to adapt to the changes that come your way and not be so rigid. You're flowing wherever life takes you, and in order to grow, you have to remain open and flexible. I'm picking up that there isn't just one way of thinking. You're learning to see things from a different perspective. Although others may be different from you, you may have all the right answers. I'm getting that you're slowly learning to become more sensitive towards others and their feelings and experiences with life. You're learning how to integrate new ways to show up for others, and this could be something as simple as maybe you're still going to be honest with people, but you may say it in a nicer way to those who are more receptive to the message if you say it in a gentler way. You're learning how to juggle being who you are unapologetically while also giving others the safe space to feel respected for being who they are. And this is a form of loving yourself, because I'm picking up that the connections that you have in your life matter to you. Again, you love the people that you care for, and I'm getting that you are trying to elevate the relationships that you have with others through letting them in, because sometimes you may have a hard exterior that's difficult to break down or get through, and in order to have those connections that you seek, maybe you don't need others to solve your problems for you, but it's nice when someone lends a listening ear to hear you vent about your problems for once, pal number two. You don't have to feel left out in opportunities to get closer to the people that you love. This is something that fills your cup, being surrounded by the people you actually care about. I'm also picking up that you don't have to solve or do everything on your own. There is a community that is here to help you, uplift you, support you when you're going through your lows. You don't have to face it all alone this time around. Others may give you information that you didn't have before, so don't be afraid to also learn from others. I'm getting the visual of someone that's part of the older generation learning something from someone from the younger generation, and it's a beautiful bonding experience because between the two of them, even though their life experiences are totally different. So you are doing a great job with learning how to be open to change that you feel wants to emerge from within you, and learning how to navigate these changes that you are faced with, because I feel it. You are wanting to grow from within, and because you are growing and changing from within, it's impacting how you connect with other people in a positive way. And finally, the last question for your reading will be, what can you do to love yourself more? And this question is here to challenge you, essentially to push yourself to notice other ways in which you can love yourself more than you haven't considered before. And to answer this question, I will start off by pulling from the Self-Care Wisdom cards deck. And the card that came out for you was the Authenticity card that says, live life for you, not the audience in your head. And so there are two messages that I'm picking up on from this card. The first one is that yes, you can grow and evolve. That there are pieces of you that you shouldn't discard because they are what makes you you. You can still be yourself, just a more evolved version of you. The second message is for those of you who have a tendency to overextend yourself to others. Let them figure out their own problems. They are grown enough to figure it out themselves. And if they can't figure it out on their own and are open to receiving help, they will call on you for help. I feel like I'm talking to an overbearing parent whose child just became an adult and they are struggling to accept this change that they knew would inevitably happen. Focus on you and what you've got going on. You have enough problems to deal with. There's no need to take on other people's problems unless they ask for your help and you were kind enough to lend a helping hand. Other than that, if all you're able to give is a listening ear, then be the best listener you can possibly be. But you don't have to stress yourself out trying to handle yours and other people's issues. And if you're not in the space to show up for others at the moment, that is okay too. Communicate that to them if you feel the need to. I'm getting that you want to create healthier bonds with people and be a safe space for them, but you also deserve to surround yourself with those who want to create a safe space for you too, and respect you and understand that you have needs and responsibilities that you need to take care of as well. So I pulled more cards to tell me more about this oracle card, and you have the Knight of Wands reversed as well as the Hierophant, but this time it came out reversed, and you have the Five of Cups upright. Something that I am getting is that you don't have to control others. You don't have to impose anything on them. Again, like I said earlier, just let people do what they want. You could give them the greatest advice in the world to help them in their situation, but they don't have to take the advice if they don't want to. And the Five of Cups feels like your energy whenever you're trying to help others and they just end up disappointing you with their choices in the end, and that's okay. Just like you don't have to conform and do the same things that they are doing as part of their lifestyle. They don't have to conform and do what you suggest for them to do. What matters is learning how to respect others, giving each other respect, because we're all humans who deserve respect. And so I'm hearing to move on and say, well, I did all that I could. Anyways, and you move on to the next thing that needs your attention in your life. I'm hearing to stay in your lane. Now, of course, if someone's choices are starting to impact you in your life in a negative way, in a way that you are not liking it, and you feel as though you need to separate from this person, then go ahead and do what you need to do. In some cases, it's okay to create distance between each other if that's what's needed to love them from afar. And I can see that this may upset you. This may be a loved one that you have to let go of for whatever reason, but once again, you can make it through these times because you're skilled at learning how to bounce back. You're letting these changes change you for the better. If you're feeling isolated or lonely, it's okay to cry. If you need a shoulder to cry on, let someone know. And overall, what you can do to love yourself even more is to recognize that you don't have to play the role of this strong person that others perceive you as if you don't want to for the moment or at all. If you feel like letting your walls down, then be vulnerable, be your authentic self, and show the world that you don't have to be what they perceive you as. You're okay with just being you, and that's all that you need to be because you're enough. And don't stress yourself out about other people and what they have going on in their lives. I feel like a lot of different messages wanted to come through in this reading, and I hope I got through at least most of them that wanted to come out, but That is all that I have for you, pile number 2. You've reached the end of your reading. I hope that the messages within this pile resonated with you. And if you would like to, don't forget to like, comment, and or subscribe to follow when I next upload. And until then, I hope that you have a blessed and wonderfully divinely guided day. See you later. Hello, my pile number 3s. Let's find out what makes you so lovable. So for your first 3 cards that will answer the question, what qualities do you possess that makes you so lovable? You have the Magician upright, the King of Pentacles reversed, and the Knight of Pentacles upright. I'm getting that you guys are creatives. You're a creator of something. Your mind is very sharp and is able to come up with innovative ideas. For some of you, you might be a jack of all trades, but a master of none. You may have a lot of creative business ideas that you are trying to put out there into the world. And whether your ideas are a hit or a miss, that doesn't stop you from creating more and facing the future. You know how to make things happen, get the ball rolling. If you were the type of person who performed on stage, you would be a professional at what you do, because regardless of what happens, whether there was an error or a mistake on stage that happened, you know how to keep going and keep the audience entertained. And they don't need to know that that wasn't supposed to happen, that the mistake wasn't planned. They just need to enjoy themselves, and you will ensure that they do. You're full of surprises and are unpredictable, pile number 3. That is part of what adds to your charm. I don't know why, but I'm picking up on a circus, and you would be the ringleader or the ringmaster. I'm hearing you run the show. You have the determination to make your dreams come true, and people admire that about you. Even if the dream seems unrealistic, you would be the kind of person that people would doubt, and you use that negativity to fuel you to make your dreams come true and to prove those people wrong. I'm getting the example of someone who is an artist, and people around them are saying that their form of art cannot produce a stable lifestyle. Now, whether these people are right or wrong doesn't matter. What matters to this person is that they make some things happen for themselves, so they don't ever have to give up on themselves and their dreams. I'm hearing that the plan sounds so crazy that it just might work. Pile number 3, you might be surviving off of faith and your creativity. You might find yourself in wild situations and say, I don't know how I got here, but I'm not going to question it because it's working out for me. You are a wild card, and there is nothing stable about you. And I mean that in the best way possible. You keep people on their toes. They never know what you're going to say or how you're going to act. For some of you, you're really funny, and that's why people can't wait to hear what you have to say next, because you say the most wildest things off the top of your head. You are the protector of your dreams. You don't let others dim your shine. You're quick on your feet. You think fast and know how to improvise when you feel like you need to. You have a little bit of trickster energy in you. You can be very playful and silly at times. You're the type to make even the most toughest person crack a smile and let their guard down. You're very convincing. You probably could sell a pen to someone if you tried to and really wanted to. You have a tendency to disrupt order. I'm getting the visual of a parent who just finished cleaning the house and their child walks in being silly, and then the next thing you know, the child's toys are all over the floor again. But the parent doesn't mind too much because they're having the time of their life laughing at how silly their child is. I'm hearing someone say, you ruined my life for the better. You disrupted someone's comfort zone. Some of you may give off the energy of a manic pixie dream girl. You're fun, you're exciting, you might be an extrovert. For some of you, I'm getting that no one can tie you down, and that's part of your appeal. Again, your energy is very ungrounded. You may have a tendency to keep your head in the clouds. You're a dreamer. You have big plans, big dreams, and you want them in your reality now. So you do what you can to make things happen for you. You yourself might not seem real to people. You might have wild stories to share, and others will look at you and say, there's no way you experienced that. But it's the truth. You have experienced these wild situations in life, and you're going to continue to encounter wild situations, and you will be able to live to tell the tale. You may have a bubbly personality and a powerful influence on others as well, pile number 3. And that could also play a part in what makes you so lovable among all of the other things that I feel like I have listed off. The next thing that I am going to do is pull more cards to answer the next question, which is, what is it that you're already doing to love yourself that the universe wants you to continue? And for your tarot cards for this question, you have the King of Pentacles, this time upright, the Five of Pentacles upright, and the Judgment card reversed. For starters, what you are currently doing to love yourself is not caring what others think about you. You are being true to who you are. With the Five of Pentacles, it can talk about hardship, financial hardship, facing struggles. But with this card, I'm also getting blind faith. You trust in yourself that what rests in your mind and your heart, you can create. Even if the path that you are walking down is unconventional, you choose a career that is unstable. I'm picking up on entertainment. So some of you may want to work in the entertainment industry. You want to turn one of your creative ideas into a business idea. Whatever you are choosing to do that is not the norm, it goes against the grain, the universe is saying that you're doing a good job or you're on the right track. What you're doing to love yourself right now is choosing to follow your heart, even if it means that others won't accept you or believe in your dreams and you have to go at it alone sometimes. You're not afraid to stand out, and because of this, you are being true to you, and being your most authentic self is where you can find success. It is how you can easily find the path that is meant for you in your life. I'm seeing success for you, but what you may consider to be a success, others probably won't. And that's okay. You're choosing to live a life that is a reflection of who you are and what works best for you. I'm also getting that some of you are the type to juggle more than one career path. You may have multiple sources of income to try and help you financially take care of yourself. Others may feel like you're doing too much, but for you, if you can manage it all, then you're doing just enough. It's not your problem that they can't keep up, and that's why they live the life that they live and you live the life that you live. In the end, we're all trying to do what works best for us. And for you, pal number 3, if you want it all, then you can have it. You know what you're capable of, and believe in yourself enough to make your dreams come true. I feel as though by now in your reading, you know that people like to gossip about you, and whether they have anything good or bad to say about you, you either don't care or you just simply are unaware of it because you're so focused on yourself. I'm picking up that some of you could be the black sheep of the family. If anything were to go wrong, you would be the one to be blamed for it. And in the Five of Pentacles, some of you may have chosen to separate from family or are currently thinking about separating from family for the sake of your well-being. Again, you would rather be the most truest form of yourself than to conform into what people want you to be. You know how to think and speak for yourself. In the King of Pentacles, you are a hard worker. You strive to create the reality you want to live in. You're on the right path to improving or healing yourself for the better. And if you feel as though you need to go on this journey alone, then so be it. You're not going to let anyone stop you from being you or the new and improved version of you that has matured and evolved into something amazing. You don't seek a whole lot of validation from others. As long as you're happy with the person you're becoming, that is all that matters to you. In addition to this, I'm also getting that you could be very inclusive. Maybe the hardships and struggles that you've went through has taught you how to not be so quick to judge others. You want to be the safe space or healthy support for others that you wish you had for yourself. You fight for what you believe in. If you are in a financial position to do it, I'm also seeing you providing for others whenever and wherever you can. You're very caring of others in that way. You're not someone who is easily willing to risk backstabbing others to get what you want. You have morals and integrity, and because of this, it also allows others to respect you, be loyal to you, and trust you. So continue to do the great work that you're clearly doing, pal number 3. You're doing great. And lastly, the last question for your reading will be, what can you do to love yourself more? And this question is here to challenge you, essentially, to push you to notice other ways in which you can love yourself more that you haven't considered before. And to answer this question, I will start off by pulling from the Self-Care Wisdom Cards deck. And the card that came out for you was it's the priorities card that says the quality of your life is determined by how you spend your time. Make sure your schedule reflects the life you want. Pile number 1 got the same card, and so that's why I'm a little surprised that this card came out for you. But for you, pile number 3, I think that this card is saying you're already doing what you're supposed to do to love yourself even more. You're on the right track. There's nothing more that you could do to enhance the quality of your life that you're already doing. So keep up the good work. I would say that the other previous pals message related a lot towards how they could improve their life when it comes to interacting with other people. But for you, you already know how to navigate life with its ups and downs and surprises, and you know how to deal with people really well. If you were to improve something, it would be related more towards your personal life, like getting more organized. You might be the type of person that has a disorganized system. To others, they might see a mess, but to you, it makes sense. You might like to live in organized chaos. I'm picking up that there might be a better system for you to discover that would work best for you. Maybe you have so much going on in your life that you might make an accident and double book for something without realizing it. If you need to invest in a calendar or a planner that is designed to actually help you and stay consistent with using it, then go ahead and buy that planner or that calendar. If you need to buy a journal so you can have more mental clarity, so not everything is staying in your mind, then I recommend you do so if you feel called to do so. Maybe what you need to invest in is a shelf or a storage bin or anything that can help you to keep your items organized. I'm also hearing a filing cabinet. Pulling more tarot cards to tell me more about your oracle card. You have the 5 of Wands reversed, the 6 of Wands upright, and the Magician card reversed. Yeah, you're on the right path to success, but I think that there's a better way to make this journey a lot more smoother. With the Magician card, you're not utilizing something that would make a world of a difference in your life, that would make it better. I'm picking up on using a spreadsheet for some reason. Maybe using a spreadsheet for your career can help you stay organized in some way. Maybe not scheduling things back to back to back can give you some wiggle room to find time to relax. If that's something that you are currently desiring in your life, create some space between the important things that you need to accomplish and address. And this way you won't find yourself overworked and stressed out about, oh, I have to finish this, but I want to finish that, but I don't have enough time in the day to accomplish everything at once. You'll find more success when you find a way to manage your time, effort, and energy. With the 5 of Wands, I am picking up that something is fighting for your attention and you want to pay attention to it, but you just haven't found the time for it. And so the universe is saying to sit down and make time for it. If it's really that important to you, I'm getting the visual of children wanting to spend more time with their parent that's super busy all the time, or the partner that is wanting to spend more time with their spouse because they haven't done so in a while. And so I'm picking up that finding out what is more of a priority for you will also help you to navigate your way around creating a better schedule for yourself. I'm getting that this is one of the best ways you can start to develop a work-life balance, because again, pile number 3, you can have it all. You just need to rearrange some things to make time for everything you want to keep in your life. In the 6 of Wands, I'm picking up to be more of a leader and take charge of certain things in your life. Don't allow things to completely fall apart because you didn't manage your time wisely enough. You can create structure and order for yourself in order to have things in your life that are creating peace and harmony for you. I'm picking up on the word regulation. So whatever system you come up with that will work best for you will also help you to find time or moments to regulate yourself, because you do have a lot going on and the universe doesn't want you to overwhelm yourself to the point of adding too much on your plate. Take a look at what you want to maintain, discard, or add to your life and ask yourself, is this reasonable? Is this manageable enough for me? And whatever your answer is, then you know what to do to move forward. But other than that, you're doing an excellent job, pal number 3. Continue to do the work that you do and maintain having morals and integrity. Don't let others influence you to be something that you're not, and don't try to influence others into being something that they're not. With the Magician card and the 6 of Wands, you can be very convincing and influential like that. So be aware of the power that you possess and use it for good. And that is all that I have for you, pile number 3. You've reached the end of your reading. I hope that the messages within this pile resonated with you. If you would like to, don't forget to like, comment, and or subscribe to follow when I next upload. And until then, I hope that you all have a blessed and wonderfully divinely guided day. Goodbye.